ready, get with me and say hell yeah. Hell yeah. From the front to the back, left to right, where you at, say hell yeah. Hell yeah. Put your hands in the sky, wave them side to side and say classified. Classified. Say classified. Come on. Now scream.
Well, man, Class, Luke,
Yep.
thanks so much for doing this.
Oh,
Appreciate
good,
it.
man.
Good to see you.
Too.
The new record drops today.
Today.
And tell people what they're going to hear if they haven't heard it yet.
This is what I've been working on like the last 7-8 months. Kind of, you know, if anybody who knows my music and knows what I'm about knows kind of where I come from and what I talk about. But it's kind of me, where I'm at now, and I think I kind of stepped it up. Production life. I'm a father. I'm a MC. I'm a hockey player. I'm a proud Canadian. I'm a weed smoker. I'm a movie fanatic.
I hear all that you're mentioning all these things, and I've heard all these things on the record.
There it is. I try to put it all out there in the music. So yeah, it's kind of just where I'm at now, man. I think I've been trying to become more of a songwriter. I think that's the difference from this album, the last one. Before it was always the beats, the raps. Now I'm really trying to just mix them all together and make it more about the song and not so separated from rap time, beat time, you know what I mean?
And how do you do that? How do you accomplish that?
Just more musical, I think, is one thing. Like
playing music?
Totally, yeah, okay. Yeah. Like, you know, it starts on the drum machine for me still nowadays, and usually it's sample, but then I've been bringing a lot more small orchestras in, horn players, flute players, and stuff like that, and just trying to build more of a musical foundation. So it's not like every, you know, it's not a 3-minute loop of a beat. It's every 4 bars something switches and comes in and out, and just that aspect of it. My production I've been building on for years, working with like more folk artists and stuff like that, and just outside of the hip hop world. So just doing that's kind of opened my eyes to just new ways to create songs, I think.
Well, last time we talked on the red carpet, I think it was Much or Junos, doesn't really matter which one, but we were talking about David Miles and being on Inner Ninja, and I'm wondering, for a song like that, does he come in? Do you have him come in like an MC where they say whatever they want to say, or do you have a hook written
that song
and ask
was,
him to sing?
No, that one was David Miles. Me and him sat in the studio for like 5-6 hours, and he was on the last album, so I knew I wanted to have him on this. And he always little guitar riffs or little one-liner things that he's like, this is kind of cool, something I couldn't finish. You like this? And we had one thing that I was working with, and at the end of the day, it was, you know, we were wrapping up. He's like, I got this other one. And started singing the first line. I was like, it just caught me off guard. It sounded like nothing else we were working on for the rest of the day. So I was like, that's the one. He left. I kind of just had his 4 bars recording his guitar, and then I wrote my verses, built on the beat, and kind of built it all up and everything. And then he came back, and we spent about 3 days arranging it, getting the kids on it, bringing in some other, who else played on? We had another guitar player play on it too, and just kind of working on the track. So that one was totally a collaboration, if not David Miles even more than me, because he's the one that started the guitar and kind of started the spark of inspiration to get it going.
There's a lot of live instruments on this record.
Yeah.
From going through the booklet from things we used to call CDs. I don't know if
you
you kids
go.
know what those are anymore.
They don't.
But there used to be a booklet where you could find out where people play stuff on the record.
That was the good thing about a CD. I know when I bought a CD, it was you pop it in, you read that book, and you learn everything about the album in the next 20 minutes type thing. So, yeah, no, I had a lot of, like I said, violin players. One song where I just put a beat and a guitar up on the internet and had fans just play anything they wanted to. It's called Wicked.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But like basically, yeah, it was a drum and a guitar I put on the internet and said, I don't care what you play, send me something.
How much stuff came back in? How much do you have to sift through?
Hundreds. And 90% of it was rappers just rapping, which I wasn't looking for. You know, I was looking for more instrumental and singing and stuff like that. But yeah, I used probably about 20 different people's things. There was a guy who played hand drums, a guy who played acoustic, a girl who sang, but a lot of different stuff, and it was cool because it was basically digging through samples, but everything was played to the beat I'm working on. So it was easy to pitch everything, line it up and stuff like that. But I don't know, it was a cool way to do something.
Would you do it again? That sounds like almost the music of the future.
Definitely. Totally, yeah. Because and just even from a fan perspective, I know if like like Snoop or something said, hey, you want to get on my album, put in something, I'd be like, oh, this is great. You know, you need to be a part of an artist that you're a fan of. So it was a cool thing to do, and for me, it was one of the easiest songs on the album to do because everyone else did all the work.
Yeah, talking about being a fan, big Wu Tang for you as a kid?
Yeah.
Because Raekwon on this record must have been something else.
I
saw that when he was featured. I was like, oh, that must.
Well, I met him at King of the Dot last year, and him and his manager were there, and they're like, yeah, we heard your music, big up on what you're doing and stuff. I was like, oh shit, okay. Yeah. So when I started working on this, we reached out, and they were all about it. So. That's cool,
awesome.
Man, yeah.
Did he come by your studio? Did he FTP
No, I'm
over?
in Halifax. He did in New York, so yeah, it was all over phone. Okay, this is what we're doing. Okay, cool, here's the beat. Pick what beat you like. You like that one? Cool. All right, send the verse, and I kind of finished the song. Connive put a verse on it from D12 and wrapped it up.
Krisha's on that one too, right?
Yeah. Okay. Just little parts.
Just little
that's basically what she used. But that's kind of how I made a lot of these songs was, like Krisha sang a bunch of stuff. I had Divine Brown sing on a couple beats. And like I said, a lot of musicians and stuff. So I'd just throw a million things on a song and then just start stripping everything away and be like, oh, I like this little piece and use that here and there. So it's cool.
How long have you been playing piano? All your life?
No, I don't really technically play piano.
You're all over the record credit as
I play,
as keys.
but if you played a song and said, "Hey, play this," I'd be lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, it's
find
more
notes you're
of I
looking
sit
for.
down and when I find some keys that work right, and it's like, oh, there it is. But I'm sure a trained piano guy could sit down in 5 minutes and do what takes me 2 hours. But I get what I'm looking for.
So it starts with the drum machine, then you add maybe a little keys to it, and then write lyrics?
Usually, yeah. But a lot of the lyrics too will come from being driving in a car, getting groceries, whatever. You see something, you get an idea, write it down on your phone.
So you write it down on your phone. That's
Write
where,
down
that's
little
where you do
ideas.
your
Yeah,
stuff.
just little one-liners or something, and just then you go back, make the music. Maybe the music will spark an idea for a song, or maybe it's just, oh, I love this beat. What can I write about? Go on the phone for ideas and kind of go, oh yeah, I have this idea. So it's usually a lot of back and forth. Sometimes it'll start with a rhyme, but usually starts with the beat and then kind of bouncing back and forth.
Will the beat inspire a theme that you want to talk about?
Totally.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which is just because I think the beat, the music, the melody is usually what sparks the vibe of like, is this a laid-back track? Is this something more upbeat, energetic, positive feeling? So usually, yeah, the soundscape of the beat kind of dictates what the vibe's going to be.
My favorite beat on the record, at least, and no one cares my opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway.
I do.
Yeah, thank you. Is the Jackson 5S one, because you even have the drum run-ups that they do and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
like
talk
that
about-
whole like when I made that beat, we had the piano, the din 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 din. I was like, this just sounds like old Motown, and I rhyme about like Motown,
Well,
Jackson 5,
yeah.
and that just reminds me of some old classic 70s, but still feel good, upbeat. You know what I mean? You can jam to this, but still trying to say something in the song.
Has being a father changed the way you think about themes to talk about, or are you more selective in your words, knowing that your kids are going to hear it?
Not so much that I had kids, I'm not going to say the F word anymore type thing, but just my values in life, just even seeing people, you know what I mean? Like, a girl at a show that might be acting like a nutcase, and you usually be like, get the fuck out of here. But then you think, man, that's somebody's daughter. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that, it kind of opens your eyes and goes, it just makes you treat people a little different sometimes.
Talking about the live show, when are we going to, I know that you got a secret show tonight.
A secret show tonight, then we're coming back in March and April is the big tour. So
Big
we're
tour,
doing
across Canada.
like 40 dates right across.
40
I
days.
think we had 2 dates at the Opera House here in Toronto.
Okay.
I have a last time we played the Opera House was like probably 5-6 years ago. It was one of my favorite shows. So I went to my management, because it's a little bit smaller than what we've been playing, but I was like, let's do 2 nights there and do something special. So we're going to bring somebody in special for each one of those nights, make it a little different, but it should be good.
I was watching The Art of Rap,
yeah.
From Nothing, the Ice-T documentary.
Yeah, I
He was
watched that a
talking-
couple months ago.
Right, okay, so he's talking about in the movie how when he falls off, he always looks for the person in the crowd who knows all the words, and or he'll hold the mic out and pretend like nothing's happened. Do you have tricks when you're playing live? If
We
you fall
played a
off?
snowboard festival in Quebec on Saturday night, and I did O Canada, and I could not remember the last 4 bars. I don't know why I blanked out, but I was just standing there, I was like, y'all feeling good? He's covered up, kind of playing off, and I don't think anybody else noticed it. My brother noticed. He's obviously, what the fuck happened? But yeah, it's, you watch the crowd, or you just kind of talk to them more freestyle and just hope to God no one notices.
Is that something you've learned over the course of, I think
Totally,
it's 15
yeah,
records?
it's just of doing shows and stuff. There's always those moments where it's an awkward, like, what do you do? And just after you do, you kind of, okay, I'm just going to do this, cover it up, keep moving.
I guess before we end, 15 records deep, this one is called Classified.
Yeah.
Why?
First, it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't like I made this album and said, this is going to be my self-titled album. I kept trying to come up with names, something that I thought described the album, and it's just, there was nothing for me that described it. And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to just pressure and make an album name because you have to. To me, it's not about the album name, it's about the 13 songs on the album. And that's kind of why I just said, you know what, just have it self-titled. And then even more thinking about it, almost did feel like a refreshing start. We moved to a new label, just having my kids and stuff now and talking about my views changing. It kind of almost felt like a refresh, a restart, kind of here we go again. So why don't we do it like a first album, call it a self-titled.
Cool. 5 quick questions, 1 word answers.
Let's go.
Road or studio?
Studio.
Lennon or McCartney?
McCartney.
Pac or Biggie?
Biggie.
When you hear a song, it usually hits you first. Lyrics, melody, or rhythm?
Hip-hop, or what type of music?
Okay, well, let's go hip-hop, because this is a hip-hop record.
Lyrics.
Song you've written you're most proud of?
I can't answer that. That's like picking a favorite kid.
In 1 word, Classified.
Luke Boyd.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Toronto, Canada, the big shop. Thank you guys very much, man. Beautiful crowd. One time, make some noise for the whole crew. Jake Boyd, Mark Kashinsky, DJ RV, Mike Boyd.